Oh, this thing makes me so mad. Why is this thing determined to torment me? The rotation thing is not locked. I have changed it over and over and over. Hey, Jennifer, you're always the first one on here. Hi, Brian and Amanda. How are y'all doing? Yes, I'm sitting on the porch in my pajamas. Hey, DJ, it's good to have y'all on board on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. The rain has finally stopped. It has rained here for days and days. This thing is determined to drive me crazy because I want it landscaped and it won't let me. So, well, Nadine, that's the reason I just decided to come out here. Hey, Marge. Hey, Janet. I have not left this house since Wednesday. I put it on the stick because I was going to hold it up, and now I am feeling some better. Without getting too specific, I'm not going to the bathroom nonstop like I have been. So this is the fourth day for the virus, and it's been horrible, guys. It's been horrible. Finally got a bath and washed my hair yesterday, and had not bathed in 2 days. I just hope none of y'all get this because it is awful. I have some friends that had it earlier, and I knew how sick they said they were, and trust me, it's bad. It is bad. I'm weak, and I have waited a month and a half for a nuclear stress test for my heart, and that's supposed to be tomorrow. And there's no way that I can go walk on a treadmill 30 or 40 minutes tomorrow. No way. I'm going from one couch to the next right now, and so I'm going to have to cancel that, and I'm supposed to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning. There's no way that you can cancel anything when there's nobody in the office. So I don't know how that's going to go. I just know that I cannot go walk on a treadmill tomorrow. You hear me? Oh, thank you, Marge. It has been rough, and I do feel better today. I still can't eat very much. You know, I've tried to keep stuff on my stomach. I've eaten sherbet, which is full of carbs, and this is the time when anything that I could keep on my stomach, I had to say, forget the carbs for the next day or so. Thank you, Jennifer. I've just, you know, I've been counting carbs and trying to keep everything low carb, and sherbet is just like through the roof. But when you get sick like that, sometimes there's only certain things. I've eaten crackers and cheese is what I've been able to, hey Patty, is what I've been able to eat. Crackers, just saltine crackers have tasted good. And then I'll just eat some Kraft singles, just, you know, kind of split them up and eat them. And Sprite, I've had Sprite Zero and regular Sprite, and I've eaten just almost a whole carton of sherbet because that's just like that rainbow sherbet. It's just cold and just feels good. So no carb counting the last few days, guys. When you have this thing, thank you, Amy. Yeah, it's been rough. I wouldn't want my mother, and she was off with me Wednesday. We went and kept the boys about half a day Wednesday, and when I was there, I got sick at my stomach a couple of times, and then when we left, she needed to go to the store, and so I just took her to Dollar General. We just went, but I was just not feeling good, and usually me and her go eat. And I just told her, I said, Mother, if it's okay with you, let's just go through somewhere and get us something and take it home. I said, I really don't feel like going in and eating. And she probably knew. She probably knew that, okay, Brian and Amanda have a video coming up tomorrow. It's my question and answer. And okay, good. she probably knew that if I didn't want to go get something to eat, because me and her love to eat out, that I was not feeling. And she told me later, she said, I knew you didn't feel good. So by that night, I was getting pretty sick. And then Thursday and Friday was the worst. This makes me nauseated. And I've been taking Lamodal and Zofran. So if I hadn't had that, gosh, I don't know. It's just horrible. Just horrible. I haven't thrown up, but the other one has been horrible. Now, I'm going to tell you, though, I'm thankful that I didn't throw up, because I am not a person that throws up easy. I know this is not a good subject to talk about, but it's very, very, very hard for me to throw up. So I am so thankful. I've been nauseated. I've been very nauseated. But, so I hope y'all's weekend has been better than mine. I was just thankful that I didn't have any, you know, big standing situations that I needed to be in. I was just thankful that I had already kept the boys Wednesday. I am so thankful that Mother nor Riggs nor either of the other two boys got it. I think it would be very, very hard on a baby. I think it would be very, very hard on a thank you, Miss Suzanne. I think it would be very, very hard on someone that's the age of my mother. So I praise God that even though she was with me Wednesday, that she did not get it. Praise God for that. And I wanted to go to church this morning. Our vacation Bible school, all the vacation Bible schools around here had to cancel Wednesday night because of tornado. We had pop-up tornadoes Wednesday and, or was it Tuesday? It was Thursday, actually, Thursday. And thank y'all for the ones who asked, you know, how we were doing. It did hit Birmingham. It was in an F2, probably 30, 40 miles from here. And thank goodness there were no loss of lives. It was, it must have touched down briefly, but it did destroy some buildings and did some house damage throughout. So vacation Bible schools, I think everywhere around here had to cancel Thursday night. But our children's pastor is a retired school principal, and y'all, the woman is phenomenal. As soon as they post the church service, I'll post it on our Let Your Light Shine. We had 7 new members come in. Did y'all see that on Let Your Light Shine? We had 7 new members come in, so that's exciting. It might have been 7 because I hadn't checked it in the last day or so, but I was excited that 7 joined at one time. But I'll post our church service on there and let you see the morning where the kids were in their patriotic things. But our children's pastor did Vacation Bible School. She does her own curriculum. She's amazing. She's just like, her blood is red, white, and blue. Her blood is not just red. It's red, white, and blue. But she wrote the curriculum, and she taught them about the United States of America this week. And I saw where one parent had put that his child had learned so much in Vacation Bible School. Makes me wish that I had taken Read and Rec. Of course, it would have been hard for me to complete it because of getting sick. But the kids, they even had the veterans from our church go and talk to them. And they did the reenactment of the soldiers raising the flag at, I know I'm not going to say that, Iwo Jima, is that right? Hey, Everyday Wife Life. And so she is just the most patriotic person, and just, oh my gosh, so talented. And so she wrote the curriculum, and she had them to meet George Washington this week. We had men from our church in character. Had them to meet Abraham Lincoln, and then taught them about the basics of, you know, the freedom of our country. And that's very good to do at this time that we're in. I was watching the news the other night. I could not believe where that guy said that the congressman should have been killed. Hey, Jody, I need some good homemade chicken noodle soup. You think you can get me some down here? I know the sound of food actually is revolting right now. cheese and crackers. If anybody could make some homemade chicken noodle soup, it'd be you, girlfriend. I've been trying to get a little caught up on some of my videos. But now, listen how bad it was. I didn't even watch anything Wednesday or Thursday or Friday. I couldn't even sit at my computer. You know, I have a laptop, but I didn't even hardly get on it. Might have got on it a little bit. I've been laying on my back in the living room, and I don't lay in the living room very much, but I've been laying on that couch. So, but yeah, cheese and crackers has been about it, and sherbet. All carbs. So everything I told y'all about not eating carbs has gone out the window with the stomach virus. But there hadn't been any food going in either, so it shouldn't affect me too bad. And somebody asked me, was this a new weight loss plan? I said, oh gosh, trust me. But I'll post the church service on our page, and so that you can see. And our pastor, y'all, I know I brag on him all the time. He is the bomb diggity bomb. He preached the best sermon on raising your kids, and he said, I don't care if you've got kids or not right now, small kids, because he says we are constantly, and this is so true, constantly mentoring someone. Someone is watching us all the time. And that's what I'd like to say to some YouTubers that go on here. Oh, Lord. Some of these channels, I tell you, I've just been perplexed about a couple of situations. So all I can do is pray, because it's just bad. But I tell you, it's like I said a few weeks ago, whether you believe it or not, you know, and this is where the rubber hits the road, is one of these days, either the Lord comes back or we die in death, we're going to stand before God. And I've got things that I'm going to have to answer to. And I had talked to y'all about where it said that every idle word will be judged. And somebody had asked me, well, does your salvation not cover that? Yes, salvation covers our sins. But the Bible also says that every idle word and that's like bullying, that's like gossiping, that's like taking the Lord's name in vain. I mean, it's just, you know, we can get forgiveness for all of it, but it doesn't mean that we're not going to stand accountable for what we did or didn't do. And we need to remind ourselves of that. And he did such a good sermon this morning. He taught, y'all sure are being quiet. Am I talking too much? He just talked about that we all mentor young teenagers, look up to us, young women look up to other women, and it's important. So I'll put that on there and let y'all hear it, because it's really good. And let me tell you what happened yesterday at the church, and I'm so sad that I didn't get to participate, because I was going to. We had our first ever Run for Freedom. We had a 5K and a fun run at our church yesterday. And it's one of my Bible study girls that did it. She's one of my older ones. She's married. Her husband's in the military. And she's got 3 children. But she lost her sister. Her sister was 11 days older than Ashley. Though we grew up, I mean, our girls grew up together. But she had fought the entrapment of addiction for so many years. There were 4 girls, and she was the oldest. And actually, Friday was the 1-year anniversary of her death. They're not real sure. She had been doing better, but she ended up having a brain aneurysm. And they, you know, feel like it could have been a result of what she had done to her body through the years. So we have a home in Jasper called the Hope Center, where women who have children and families are addicted, they can go and stay there and receive spiritual help, physical help, mental help. And our church has really taken them in, trying to help them. And so my one of my girls did a fun run yesterday, and it's in memory of her sister. And so the 5K started at 7:30 and the fun run started at 8:30. Well, at 7:30 it was pouring down rain. At 5:30 it was pouring down rain. At 6:30 it was pouring down rain. I was laying in bed and I was hearing it, and I was like, oh Lord, please just let them have this. Let it turn out. They did t-shirts, and of course we had a lot of sponsors, you know, that in our Bible study did sponsor on the back of the shirts and all, but still wanted to. But we still, and I say we as our church, but Jessica did all the work, had 183 people in Podunk, Alabama to show up to run in the rain. And I'm so proud our pastor and his wife did. And I was going to walk it. I never intended to run it, but I was going to walk it. And dadgummit, I had my shirt and everything ready. And was sick. I kept thinking Friday, well, I'll be okay. I'll go home. No, that had to been a porta potty somewhere along the road. Y'all are quiet tonight. Thank you, Nadine. It was beautiful. It was so good. And that will be the first of many, and I can only see it growing. Jessica and he's on an assignment in Africa right now. He had been gone for several months, but they are avid runners, just beautiful young couple. And so they run a lot of different places. They run all the time. And so this is the beginning of something great, something different like we've never done before. And we had 183 to still run in the rain. I mean, they were coming back with their hair drenched. And, oh, your sister-in-law's in Iraq. Yeah, he's been in Iraq. He just got home from a long mission, but he got called, and usually they don't even know where he is, but they do know that he's in Africa on a short assignment right now. Son-in-law, yeah. That's what S-I-L is. I said sister-in-law. Son-in-law. So it just, you know, it tied in with Vacation Bible School this morning, the whole patriotism thing, and then the freedom run, and that's for women to have freedom from addiction. That's who we're helping to sponsor. So, big weekend. I've been sitting home in my pajamas, my Walmart pajamas. I did go put on a bra for y'all, though. Oh, but I am ready to get out tomorrow. I was hoping John would pick up on my clue a while ago, because I said, don't you want to get out for a little while? And he said, no, not really. He went to church, and he's piddled out in the yard and worked around and done a little bit. So I guess he didn't want to drive Miss Daisy around anywhere this afternoon. So I just came out here and turned the ceiling fan on, turned my lights on. I'm going to sit out here after I get through talking to y'all and sit out here. And this is the one place I haven't laid this week, so I think I'll lay out here on the porch for a while. But tell me, what have y'all done exciting this weekend? Anybody done anything fun? The stupid camera won't turn lengthwise for me. I gotta work on that, because it's been doing fine. When I do it in the car, it's fine. So drives me crazy. I'll probably delete this one after I get through. I'm so tired of all of them. A lazy Sunday here. The temperatures have cooled off drastically. Yes, with all this that has gone east, I think parts of Alabama has gotten like 14 inches of rain. Quite a difference from last year when we were in the drought. So one of our weather reporters lived close to us. We have local reporters. And I think she said on Facebook, oh, it's too hot in Idaho? Really? Well, see, usually it is here, but it's cool because we've had so much rain and all the tornadoes too. It's probably still in the 80s, but the humidity is down right now because of all the, I mean, usually when it rains, the humidity's high, but today it's not. And then I've not been out of the house very much, so everybody just go to church today and then just come home and be lazy Sunday afternoon. That's always good. I'm so thankful for the live stream that I can lay on the couch and watch church at the same time. It's such a blessing. I'd much rather have been there. Oh, it's 66 there today. And in Idaho, the upper 90s. Menopausal women do not deal with the heat. No, they do not. They don't like the heat, and when mama ain't happy, they ain't nobody happy. But 66, yeah, you need to live stream one day. Sure do. Ain't nothing to it. If you can get your camera, if you can get your phone to turn right, I've been having problems. I'm going to break down and buy me a phone. And y'all have noticed I haven't put any videos out. I just, I don't know. I stay busy. Between the babies and mother, I stay busy. So, and like I told y'all, I was supposed to be in Birmingham at 8 o'clock in the morning for a nuclear stress test. And there's just no way. There is no way that I can do a treadmill, because I've had one, the nuclear stress test, I'm having it because, you know, I've been having the PVCs for several months, and it just took a long time from when I went to the cardiologist to get this appointment. So I hate, of course, I have cut way back on caffeine since I've been eating healthier. But I still have them, and actually the Lamodal, the other night when I got it from the drugstore, he had told me to take 2 when I got them and to take 1 after every bowel movement, and I had taken 4 in 4 hours because it's, you know what it said. And almost, well, I didn't almost, I had a panic attack when I went to bed that night. I couldn't breathe, and that is so not like me, y'all. I've never had a panic attack, never. I mean, I've gotten upset and, you know, with bad things happening, but I literally couldn't breathe when I laid down. And I just, you know, started telling John I couldn't breathe. And when I started telling him I couldn't breathe, then I got upset. Then I started crying. Me and him both are sitting up in bed praying. I'm just praying because I couldn't. It's just like there was an air bubble that got in my chest. Well, Lamodal has Alpinein, I think they said Alpinein in it, which is a stimulant. I just can't take anything like that. So I've been having to stretch the Lamodal out. I've been having to be real careful and take it several hours apart. I talked to my druggist. He said, "Oh, Suzanne, I'm sorry. I forgot that you've got that heart issue." And so, but anyway, the nuclear stress test was just to check to make sure that there's nothing else there. You know, I wore the heart monitor for 30 days, and they did say I had 1 tachycardia, but I was having several PVCs, and I can feel. And I was at Ashley's when we was at the beach the other day. The autoimmune, yeah, Hashimoto's, is that how you say that? Yeah. I know a lot of people suffer with anxiety, and I don't. I mean, I do a little bit. I guess we all have a little bit of it, but I don't have anxiety like where you just freak out, you know, and panic. I don't have it like that, but I did Thursday night from the Lamodal. So I've been having to stretch the Lamodal out. The autoimmune diseases that I've been diagnosed with is fibromyalgia years ago. And then after that was dysautonomia, which is a malfunction of the dysautonomic system, which affects your heart, your brain, anything that you do automatically, it can affect it. And the symptoms of fibromyalgia and dysautonomia are almost just side by side. And there's so many things, I'm sure. And plus, I have mitral valve prolapse, which I found out in the late 80s, and a heart murmur. So having those 2 things, there are millions of women walking around with mitral valve prolapse that doesn't even know it because it's not severe. Mine happens to be a little bit more severe. They usually put you on a beta blocker. I can't take that stuff. Since in the last 5 years, I have found out how sensitive I am to medicine. But being sensitive to chemicals is also one of the side effects of dysautonomia. I remember working at the high school one year when they painted the lockers. I like to die. I was out of work for a week and a half, and we know now that that paint, I cannot be around fresh paint at all. Enamel. Acrylic is not so bad, but enamel will kill me. If John and I go look at a new house and it's been freshly painted, the minute I walk in, it burns my nose and it burns my throat. And so now I know to turn around and get my butt out of there, because if not, it'll make me have sinusitis or upper respiratory. There's just so many things. Joint pain, all of that. Yeah, I'm not. Because, yeah, yeah, I've had diarrhea since Wednesday. That's just putting it out there, isn't it? But it's just what it is. And I am weak as water. My hands were just trembling last night. I hate Gatorade, but I have drank some Gatorade. I've just been drinking bottles of water because I've been real thirsty. Drank a little bit of Splenda tea, and I've drank some Diet Sprite and some regular Sprite. But I have really tried to just keep the water. I've just kept a water with me, just pouring it on. But yeah, I'm not. I mean, I feel like I would pass out if I tried to go have a treadmill. Because I had one years ago, probably 20 years ago, I don't know. And I know it can be exhausting just when you're feeling good. So there's no way I can do a treadmill tomorrow after diarrhea for that many days. My girlfriend's been going crazy, Janice. Bless her heart. She went to the endocrinologist. She's been diagnosed as type 2 diabetes, but she felt real good. He said they can reverse it, and she's hard-headed. She loves her sweets, but she's hard-headed. She'll do it. So I told her, I said, me and you are eating clean together, girlfriend. And I got offered to go to the beach, leave today, come back Wednesday with my sister-in-law. Couldn't do it. Because I know I've been telling y'all for weeks I was having the breast biopsy, but I've had to reschedule it over and over. So I'm having that done Tuesday. And I'm having that done unless a dadgum tornado comes. But I had to reschedule it the first time because of tornado. The second time, something I can't remember. And then the third time, now this is just the second time I've rescheduled with this new doctor. But I couldn't have gone Thursday evening. That's when the tornadoes were hitting Birmingham. So I rescheduled it to take Mother. And then yes, I have been eating a little bit of chicken soup. I have. I did just a little bit. Kind of makes me, I know. That's the reason I said, Jody Saladino, could you fix me some homemade and have it shipped down here? I'm not real good on canned soup anyway. But I know I probably need some of that broth. I've got a can in there too. I'll try to get me some for supper. I've been eating crackers and a little bit of cheese and sherbet. That's what I've lived on for about 4 days. Oh, me. So, it's just been, hey, Judy. It's good to have you. You've been listening to all my ailments on here. Oh, I don't like to be sick, y'all. What's a brat diet? What's a brat? Oh, really? I've got some Epsom salts. I take those baths probably about once a month. So that helps to detoxify. I knew it helped me with my old dried out skin. Bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast. Oh. Bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast. Okay. Okay. I haven't eaten any of that. But that's all bland on your stomach. Okay? I think I've got everything but the bananas. The only time I know I've had to stay bland. That's the reason I've been eating the crackers. Yeah, because it's going to take a while for my tummy to get back. I'm telling you. Hey, Ann. Thank you, Ann, for praying for me. I know you have been. I know that several of you have. It's been rough. As I told one of my friends, and I think I even put on Facebook, it is not for the faint of heart. It is not. When I don't get off the and I've got some probiotics too. I've got some from Advocare. I sold Advocare, and I've got some. Y'all, I have been looking. You know that the probiotic thing, the fermented vegetables are supposed to be wonderful for you. The guy that I dated all in high school, he and I are friends. I've not met his wife in person, but she and I are Facebook friends, because that's the only way I would become friends with him, is if I was friends with her too. But he was my first love. And he was gone for years. And anyway, he went through a divorce too. And I know. That's the way I feel about him. And I was trying to read, but okay, listen. The 3 things. The kefir, kombucha, and the fermented vegetables. They say that will put your gut into perfect condition. kefir is like a, well, you have to make all this, you have to have a batch to start with. I think it's kind of like a soured milk type stuff. But y'all, it's all about bacteria. What we're doing, we're ruining our guts. We're taking all the good bacteria out of our guts. What we're doing, we're gumming our guts up with processed foods and white starches. It makes sense. You think about it. And they say that 90% of your autoimmune system is in your gut. I know that's the reason God has been leading me in this path. And I'm going to tell you, since I've been sick, I've been like, I can't do it, God. I can't do it. I'm craving things. I can't do it. But I'm sick right now. And he's like, you're not going to stay sick. You're going to be fine. Oh, really? The kefir probiotics are filled with sugar? Well, my friend, he's a dear, dear friend. He was my first love, and he will always be very close to my heart. But he grows the most tremendous garden. And he lives in a little suburbia area outside of Birmingham. But I wrote him last night, and I asked him, can I come and do a YouTube video? I want to meet his wife in person anyway. And I asked him, could I come do a video of his garden? Y'all, last year, y'all would not believe that garden that he grew. It looked like something. I mean, the corn was so high, it was massive. He's only about 5'10", maybe. He's not real tall, but it was just like towering. And he's already got huge peppers and tomatoes. So I want to go over. I take John with me. Make sure everything's on the... No, he knows. He knows we're just good friends. But we were first loves for each other. But that was back a long, long time ago. And, but I want to go and do... But he is an expert. He makes his own kombucha. And he... John's waving at me from inside the house. And he does his own fermented vegetables. And y'all, it sounds disgusting to me. And I just wonder how it works, because I know kraut can upset my stomach. And kraut is a fermented vegetable. And it's not really pickled vegetables, but fermented. So I got to get over this stomach virus. I was reading on some of it last night, but I realized that fermented vegetables and reading about how to do it and stomach virus did not go together very good. Gluten-free, yes, yes. I've really done a lot of studying on that too. And when you get off the processed foods and the white starches, you're getting into gluten-free things. What you're supposed to do to, oh, you love bread. You can make the sprouted bread. I have not made any yet, but you can have bread when you make the sprouted bread. There's a recipe in Trim Healthy Mama that I'm going to try, because I love bread too. But now I do get the, of course, Walmart's quit carrying them. They quit carrying anything that people love. They want you to buy great value, everything. But the, oh gosh, what is the name of, anyway, they've got the low carb tortillas that is 6 carbs in it, and those are approved by Trim Healthy Mama. And Trim Healthy Mama, you know, helps balance your insulin. And can't remember the brand name on it right now. It's leaving my mind. But like the Ezekiel bread and the flat bread, you can make pizzas with the flat bread. I just had to order my coffee, my cappuccino off of Amazon, because Walmart has quit carrying, I think it's Cedar Grove brand that we use, and they've quit carrying it. Of course, it's got a lot of carbs in it, but I just figure if I have maybe one cup a week or something, just kind of, you know, whenever I want it for something. It has like 8 carbs in it, I believe. But there's days, I mean, starting out, I'm just trying to eat 60 and less. These people that try to stay in ketosis eat 20 carbs and less. I'm not starting out like that. I'm doing 60, because this is what a dietitian put my friend on, and she's lost 90 pounds. You don't like Ezekiel bread? I haven't tried the Ezekiel bread, but now I love the 6 carb tortillas. I scramble me an egg and fry me bacon and put a little mayonnaise in it and fix me a egg sandwich. I'll put tuna salad in it, chicken salad in it. John and I have been eating the wraps since over, yeah, I don't really think 20 carbs a day is very healthy for you. You know, people would argue with me on that. And there may be some days that you eat 20 carbs and it's okay. But this nutritionist had my friend, she was pre-diabetic. And she's like me, she's been overweight for years. And he started her on 60 carbs a day. And he told her there will be days she eats less. And she told me, she said, some days, Suzanne, if I have just certain things, I'll eat around 20 carbs. But she said that's never her goal. It's just according to what she eats that day. Yeah, strawberries and blueberries are your lowest. And see, John and I are such watermelon cantaloupe freaks during the summer. Y'all, we keep one cut up at all times in our refrigerator. And they're the worst. So I don't know what we're going to do about that. I really don't want to quit eating watermelon cantaloupe because it is fruit, but the sugar is high. I don't know. That is like the highlight. When you remember the name of the brand name, yes, and I know that. Cantaloupe is low in carbs. I think it's one of the higher ones, isn't it? That's what I read. I know watermelon, y'all, is just really high. It's just so wonderful, though. It's like, the boys, oh my gosh, when the boys come, John gets a cantaloupe and a watermelon. They love it. And I'd rather them be eating that than be eating junk. What is the name of those wraps? Let me see if John can. Yeah, it's low calorie. It is. It's low calorie. It's high carb. Yeah, let me go in here and see if he remembers the brand on those. I do too. Love having cut up fruit in the summer. Let me see what John. Hey John boy. What's the name brand on those low carb wraps we eat? They're right over there. He's washing dishes. Oh, those are Mission? Oh, what was the ones that we were getting? Joseph's. Joseph's. I just needed to ask him. Joseph's. That's the best, and they're wraps. I've been saying tortillas, but you know they're wraps. Joseph's. You can get them. Now, Mission has got some, too, with just 6 carbs in them, too. And they're big, and they're good. Let me show y'all my big Confederate rose that's fixing to, let me see if I can turn you around here. See that big green plant right there? That will put on pink and white blooms when it blooms. That an elderly lady at our church that was taught Sunday school at our church for 60-something years, when she and her husband passed away within a couple of weeks of each other, and her daughter was living out of state at the time, and so when she passed away, I asked her, could I go get her Confederate rose plant? And somebody else had already asked for it, and she wouldn't let them have it, and she said, yes, you can have it. I love Dave's Killer Bread brand, even the gluten bread, and that brand doesn't seem to bother me. I haven't heard of Dave's. That's new to me. The others were Joseph's, and Walmart's quit carrying them. The Lavish bread was Joseph's too. They've quit carrying all that stuff. I swear, when Walmart determines that you're buying something more of a brand than their best value, I swear they quit carrying it. I'm convinced they want you to buy everything great value. And that's great if you want to buy a great value, but don't take all of our choices away. How many of y'all shop at Aldi? Do y'all have an Aldi? We have a new one in Jasper, and I haven't gone there, but everybody said that the fruits and vegetables are really cheap. Do y'all have Aldis in your areas? They say it's good. You have to take your own grocery bags. You don't have Aldis in Idaho. You just started shopping there. Did you like it? Because I've heard some good things about it. Not in California. It's like you have to take your own grocery bags and all that. No Aldi's in Maine. Hey, Connie. Well, it's fairly new around here, but I'm gonna go this week and get some vegetables. I'm gonna go to the farmers. We have a farmers market too in Birmingham, and during the summer we usually go there and get watermelons, cantaloupes, and another thing that I love so much. Yeah, I know, it's so easy to do, so easy. I love fresh corn on the cob, and that's supposed to be another thing that's supposed to be horrible for you. Seriously? I mean, seriously? Do you know how much I love fresh corn on the cob? I can do without potatoes, but I love corn. That's another, it's just a huge thing. They say leave the white corn alone, and I love it. So it's hard adjusting, but you know what? I've given this body everything it wants. That's the reason I'm 100 pounds overweight. It's the very reason I am. And I want to get better. I want to get better. And see, I've been doing so good on eating healthy, and the devil said, I think I'll give you that stomach virus bug and see if you can stay on this afterwards. I'll show him. I'm going to give him a black eye. I'm going to stay on it. I'm going to stays on it. Oh, me. Yeah, we're going to be talking more about, and I mean, different things. You know, Gina Pearson is in California. She's a sweetheart, and she's doing Weight Watchers. I've done Weight Watchers so many times, they probably laugh when they put my name. I haven't done it since I've been retired, but they probably laugh every time they enter my name in. Suzanne's back! I've never met Goal. And their foods have, if you buy their Weight Watchers foods, they count the points. They don't count sugar and carbs. And I just don't lose. I cannot get excited about a 0.3 pound a week. And it's slow. Now, I pray that Gina blows them off. I mean, blows them out. Because she is 4'10", 4'9". She's the tiniest little woman. And I know she desperately is trying so hard to lose weight. And y'all pray for her. She's a good person. And she's like me. She's just struggling. I think we all have a struggle. But it gets to a point where if it's affecting your health, you've really got to lose. So I feel like that's where I'm at. Yeah, tracking sodium. And see, that's one of the crazy things with dysautonomia. I'm supposed to have extra sodium intake. That's one of the things. A lot of people with dysautonomia pass out. Praise be to God. I don't pass out. I've come close a few times, but I have a couple of friends that have it that have passed out cold. That's not what you want to do. So when I was seeing the when I was going to the mitral valve dysautonomia clinic, they would say make sure and eat salt at every meal. And I don't salt nothing hardly. I pepper a lot of stuff, but I don't salt very much. So, well, 12 of y'all have hung in there with us. Hope we're not boring you too bad. Just a little out on the porch conversation here in Sunday afternoon in Alabama. Get to hear my woes about my virus. I know some of y'all had to go. We've already been into this 43 minutes, so I just wanted to talk to y'all and see how you were doing, and hope that y'all have had a great Sunday. I hope you've been able to worship the Lord today, and I'll post our church service later, so if you want to watch the kids and then Pastor preach such a great sermon. One of our subscribers, Riri from Louisiana, she's like, your pastor's now my pastor. I don't know, because I know she'd been going to church, but I don't know, she may be in between churches right now, but she tells me every week about how he ministers to her, and that's a blessing. Sometimes you need an additional source when you're in between, or you just need some encouragement from somewhere. Thank you, DJ. I am feeling better. I just got to get back to normal, semi-normal. I haven't been normal in several years. What is normal? Can anybody really say they're normal? I know my mama's about stir crazy. I haven't gone near her, and she's like, this place is so lonely. But my brothers have been by there. Nadine, that's good, Nadine. I said, what is normal? And she said, a setting on your dryer. That's cute. That's probably the only normal that applies. That's a good one, girl. I needed a good chuckle. But Mother's been funny. She's like, this place is so... I said, well, I thought you said Dave came by, my oldest brother. Well, he did. And, oh, Penny, sitting on your porch at 72 degrees and sewing some new kitchen curtains. You go, girl. You go, Penny. Penny is so sweet. Penny, I know you think I'm a horrible person because I have not answered your letter. But Ann Santos would tell you the same thing. Y'all, I just have a hard time writing letters. I have a hard time sitting down and focusing on that. And some of you are such good letter writers, and I so enjoy them when I get them from you. But what Mother is meaning is that her baby girl hadn't been by there to see her, and me and her laugh and cut up and carry on, and so she's missing me being over there. And oh, she worries about me so bad. She worries about me so bad. She doesn't understand autoimmune disease. And so when I come to Michigan and sew my office curtains, listen to you, Jody. You make everything too, girl. You another craftomaniac. Did y'all see? I wished Jean E was on here. I like to die when I watched Craftomaniac's last video. She has gotten rid of almost all of her Rae Dunn and has redecorated her kitchen. I was like, oh my gosh, everybody has been watching her. Jean in Virginia has done like 25 mundane sessions where Craftomaniac started it, where Jean and her husband go out and are buying Rae Dunn. Well, you can't find it around here. I'm just telling you. I got lucky that one time. But I wrote Craftomaniac and I said, what are you going to do with all your Rae Dunn? If you're going to sell it, I want to buy some. She said, I've already sold most of it. She must get bored very easily. She said, when it becomes something that everybody else has on Instagram, I'm ready to do something new. And I was like, you little turkey. I'd have loved to bought some of those pieces. But she kept some, but she sold probably somebody locally, probably one of her friends or something. But she sold almost, she did a kitchen tour and there's no Rae Dunn in it. And she's been the Rae Dunn queen. And she's the one that got me loving it. She's the one that got Jean loving it. And so she's doing some Pioneer Woman plates and all this. I'm like, girl. I don't change decorations that fast. So, but I've noticed she moves her furniture around a lot, and she'll have something like she'll decorate for spring and then she'll undecorate for spring. Well, so she's one of those people that likes to move stuff in her house. I don't. If I get it up and it looks good, it stays there a while. It's too much energy. I think Craftomaniac has got some abundant energy she needs to share with us. I'm just like, oh, that looks good. Leave it there. And then after Christmas, I swear, after I put everything up to decorate for Christmas, I swear I think somebody steals everything because I can never remember how I had everything decorated. Let's not talk about Christmas yet. Ugh. It's getting too close, and Lord, you know what idiots we are at Christmas, how we decorate. So, I don't even want to think about that right now. So, but I've enjoyed talking with y'all. There's 18 of you on here now. I kind of hate to go. Just a Penny sewing curtains on the front porch in Illinois, and we got Canada, California, Michigan, Florida. We just got all kind of play. Isn't it awesome that there's been such an instrument provided that we can sit and talk like that? Florida. Hey, Catherine Garcia. Thank you, Wife Life. I am definitely. I know that when Catherine, I haven't seen your name. Welcome to the back porch session here. So I'm hanging out in my Walmart pajamas. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, Jody. I'm going to go rest. Oh, Kentucky. Christy, I love Kentucky. I am fixing to go rest. This is the most talking I've done. I've just been kind of grunting at John every now and then. You go get me some Sprite. Oh, Toronto, Canada. Hey, Rose. I want to go to Canada, too. Oh, you had to put your sweatshirt on in Maine. I want to go to Maine so bad. John, I think I've told y'all, John and I are going to do an East Coast. We're going to fly to Niagara Falls. We've never been there. And then we're going to rent a car, and then we're going to drive down the whole East Coast back to Alabama. Probably just right after he retires, we're going to do that. I'm so excited. And I may be getting to go to Philadelphia in October if we get to go to one of the conferences. He's going back to Colorado week after next, and I'm not going with him this time. It's just a skiing town. Hey, from Seattle, another place I'd love to visit. Love Seattle. Sleepless in Seattle is one of my favorite all-time movies. But Seattle's beautiful. But hey, I know I love Niagara Falls. Some friends of ours from Alabama just went week before last and sent some beautiful pictures on Facebook. But it's just one of those places I've never been. So we might have to do a meetup at Niagara Falls if we can get any Canadians out when John and I know West Coast, we had an opportunity to go to Los Angeles last year, but it was right when Riggs was due and we couldn't go. So we're going to Orange Beach in a couple of weeks, and then he goes to Colorado. So, but I'm not going back to Colorado because it's a ski town. It's a hiking town. Okay, Rose, I will. I'll let you know. We'll plan a meetup. That'd be great. That would be great. And he has meetings all during the day, and then they do these huge events for him at night. It's an awesome conference. It's on IT. And so I was there last year, day and night by myself, and I got out and drove, different places. But I'm smart. I don't go too awful far by myself in a strange place. I mean, I'd go over to other little cities. I went to Breckenridge, and I went to oh gosh, I forgot the name of some of them now. Frisco, places like that. But there's like no shopping malls. There's a movie theater that showed like 2 movies, of which I didn't. So it's just. I hate for him to have to go off by himself because I really want him. I want to be there with him, just because safety, I guess, and everything. But he'll be fine. I'll be praying over him the whole time he's gone. Look, I'm going back to get on the couch. This talk has done me good. I needed to talk with some people, and so it's done me good. And I think tomorrow will be the 5th day, and I think that's going to be a big turning day. Today's been a turn too, but I think tomorrow's going to be even better. But I love y'all. Thank you for the prayers so much. I know when I put it on and if you're not a member of our social media page on Facebook, go to Let Your Light Shine. I'll link it on every one of my videos. So if you're not a member, go and do that, because if you need prayer, these women pray. And they know how to pray, and they know how to reach God. Or if you want to share something inspirational, if you want to share good news, it's just a great place. So if you're not a member, go to Let Your Light Shine and sign up on Facebook. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, go subscribe to Suzanne Light. So I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.